Hello, my name's Rebecca. I'm the Environmental Education Coordinator for Calusa Nature Center and Planetarium in Fort Myers, Florida. And for today's Calusa Nature Moments, we're going to be talking about air plants.
So one of the really cool things about being this far south is that we have a lot of air plants. If you live even a little bit further north, your amounts of air plants are going to be really limited that you find growing in the wild. However, lots of people like to keep them as houseplants because they can grow in really unusual conditions. Air plants are more properly called epiphytes. Epi means on, as in growing on something, and phyton is plant. So epiphyte, on plants. And hey, look, this guy's just growing on a plant. Air plants, epiphytes, do not put their roots down into the soil. They use their roots to hold on to other plants, rocks, really anything that they can wrap around. They actually get their nutrients from the rain. Here in Florida, we've got a lot in the group Tillandsia, which is part of the bromeliad family. The Tillandsias you're going to find here range in size and shape and color, but they all have in common the fact that they are epiphytes. This one right here is Tillandsia fasciculata, the giant air plant. It's reproducing in a really interesting way. So here are actually two different individuals. Here's one over here and one over there. It produces by making what are called pups, little baby plants growing out near the roots. However, it does also reproduce by flowering. Here's an example of that flower there. Here's an epiphyte you'll probably find familiar if you live in the southeast United States. Most people call it Spanish moss. It's not Spanish, it's not a moss. It is Tillandsia usneoides. As we zoom in here, you can actually see some of those roots holding on. It actually tried to hold on to this vine, it looks like, and is growing there. It's going to produce little tiny flowers, but also reproduce by growing some pups. These epiphytes were growing on this stick and it's fallen out of the tree, so they're in a little bit of trouble. These guys, I'm pretty sure, are Tillandsia recurvata. They make this little ball around their structure. You'll see them growing a lot on like power lines. Oh wow, look at this root attachment. This is Tillandsia passerifolia, and it has this really gorgeous root structure, really clearly visible, showing you how that epiphyte attaches to its host tree. Now, while all of our air plants are beautiful, they do face a lot of threats, primarily invasive species like the Mexican bromeliad weevil, which eat the plants, but then also over-harvesting. If you're interested in having your very own air plant growing inside your home or around your yard, I would recommend buying from air plant breeders where they're growing their own air plants for resale instead of supporting people who are going out and harvesting some of these air plants, as it really can be damaging to their environment and reduce the numbers of air plants that we'll be able to see in the wild.
Calusa Nature Center and Planetarium is a nonprofit organization that's been serving the communities of Southwest Florida for 50 years. While we're closed due to COVID-19, your donations to our Emergency Operating Fund will provide for the care and keeping of our animals, such as Sky, our Everglades mink. Oh my gosh, she's so cute.